Now, Kevin, tell me about your hat. I love that hat.
Man, we need to record that over again. I'm thinking you did it better before. Yeah, when I told her, she says, "Oh, I love that hat. Tell me about the hat." You reverse the order. So this is a hat number hat, which means it's a hat.
Ooh, wouldn't take the hat
See,
off.
it's got like the H&H on it, and this is hat number 4. So all of these are man knitted hats by me. So, and then I'm gonna wear a hat in all of the shows. And I was thinking I should have brought Emma a hat to wear too, but I didn't. So
You asked me to ask you about the hat, and you have nothing prepared.
no, I know.
To say about the hat.
I just did. What do you
You
mean?
just were like,
I said I made this hat. Isn't it beautiful? If you'd like a hat,
Well, let
put it
me.
in the comments.
Yeah, and all of my very hot 20-something-year-old girlfriends,
yeah.
if they saw a man in that hat, they'd go after him.
Yeah, and what about the young men you know? What would they think if they saw a woman in
If
this
I knew
hat?
any young men, I wouldn't be here right now. 'Cause I'd be hanging out with the young men. But if I did know any young men,
Well,
they would want a man in that hat as well.
well, we're going on the assumption that everyone would love a hat numbered hat,
Everyone.
and so if you want a hat numbered hat, put it in the comments and tell me what color you'd like. And I mean, I probably
How
won't
much
do it,
is
'cause-
your hat number hat?
Should I charge for them? Oh, I was going to do them for free. $50.
Yeah. You're gonna give them
Yeah,
up for
because they
free?
cost money. Because the stupid
Yeah,
yarn is like
supplies.
ridiculous.
Your time is
Yeah.
important.
My time is important, and the yarn that I don't steal from my cousin Alice is expensive.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
This one was actually, interestingly enough, this hat, when I first had this idea, I had the idea that I was going to go into Goodwills,
Right.
right? Mm-hmm. And I was going to find old 100% wool sweaters.
Okay. And you're gonna
Take them
unravel
apart,
them. Got it.
unravel them, and then make hats out of them. And this is one of those.
Now, not a lot of people know this, but Kevin is homeless. He has no money.
If I was homeless, I should be knitting blankets.
Yeah. Okay. Hats keep you warm too, though.
But
So
he isn't boatless. He's just homeless.
he's just
Yeah,
homeless.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do some of the mansplain videos on the boat because that's really interesting. I got one in mind. I'm gonna do this week. So if you're interested in seacocks, and I'm not gonna say anything more than that. If you're interested in seacocks, you might want to tune in.
Please, Kevin, there's
to
a
the-
lady present.
to the next episode of the mansplaining thing. All right, so do we want to do? So last week, you know, I personally think that I nailed the picks last week, even though Max is spreading the rumor that I was 0 for 6. He says, "Oh, he got them all wrong."
I was told that by my mother that Kevin got everything wrong.
Yeah,
And she was like, how embarrassing. And I know that she doesn't say things unless
And
Dad
Max,
told
Max
her.
had the actual board still here in his house of all the teams I picked. But the thing was, he knew I got the one game wrong, that I got the Patriots game wrong.
Okay.
But I had a total qualifier on that game. The one game I got wrong, I said I'm only picking them to win because I hate them so much, you know, that my whole world, you know, revolves around that. And if they win, I'm going to be so depressed. So I've got to
Yep.
do something to maybe negate that depression a little bit. So I picked them to win just so if they did win, I could be happy.
Okay. Whatever helps you sleep at night.
But I did qualify it before my pick. I said, I actually think the Bills are going to win 33-7, something like that. So, but of course, that wasn't my pick. My pick was the Patriots winning, what, 17-14 or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I figured the Patriots weren't going to move the ball themselves, but Josh Allen would Josh Allen and give him 14 points.
Typical Josh.
Yeah. Well, Emma, that's the thing about Josh
Yeah.
Allen, is he's either Josh Allen
Yep.
or Josh Allen. You know, so he went Josh Allen. That's what he was last week, because he basically stomped the Patriots single-handedly. was like incredible. It was like a man playing with boys. A man among boys.
Yes.
Sometimes he plays like a stupid man among boys. Like, "Urdy." But anyway, so last week, I got the other 5 games all right. And I think my best call of the week was the Cowboy game, because I said the Cowboys are they're gonna stupid this game away, because that's what the Cowboys do, and that's really what they did. They just stupided that game away.
The fact that their name is the Cowboys,
because I'm a COWB.
kind of.
That's like showing my age. Because if you can't see my
that
age
was.
already from my freaking cameraman's lovely work, I look like 10 years older than I am, and I'm really old already.
Well, I'm shooting for 15, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird that his camera makes you look older, and the camera on me makes me look 10 times fatter. So maybe can we switch them? Because I don't mind looking older. Can we try that?
These cheap ass odd lot cameras your dad gets. Fat cam.
Yeah, I'll
Old
take
cam.
I'll take the old cam if you want the fat cam. We can try that next time, maybe.
Yeah, because I don't really need a fat cam.
Yeah, I don't
just
need the
there.
big. Yeah.
All right. So anyway, the Cowboys cowboyed it away, and then they tried to blame the officials, and it was like all the officials' fault. And so I need to get a picture of an old douchebag. Do you know what those are? Hot water bottle.
I know what a picture is.
You know that it's that big red thing. Have you ever seen one?
Oh, a real one.
Yeah.
Not in person,
Yeah.
but
Like when I was
really
a kid,
excited
my
what
mom called it a hot
path-
water bottle.
Oh.
Right? But it was like, a medieval douche
Right.
thing, right?
And what are you going to do with this picture?
Well, I want to take it and have a picture of it, and then we'll treat it like a camera frame, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll put people's faces in it,
Okay.
right? And we'll call it Profiles in Douchebaggery.
Ah.
Right? So, and then every week we'll have somebody that get their picture in the douchebag
Yep.
thing, right?
So
we can just pretend
original.
here's our
Hot
douchebag,
stuff.
our yellow douchebag. We're going to pretend. And we just put Dak Prescott's face right here. And Dak Prescott, for those of you who don't know, is the Dallas Cowboys quarterback. And,
Didn't know that.
well, that's who he
Thank
is.
you.
And
Already forgotten his name.
after the game, that Dak Prescott was very highly involved in stupidity and making stupid plays. As he was going off the field, fans were throwing things, right,
What?
in the general vicinity of the Cowboys players. And Dak Prescott was very angry, like how dare they, throw things, projectiles at the players. And then somebody told him, no, they weren't throwing that at the players. They were throwing it at the referees. And he's, oh, well, good. So there's your douchebag. And since then, he's apologized profusely, because that's what we do. We say shit we really mean.
Yeah, if we
and
apologize.
Then, wait a second.
Yeah.
That's ruining my rep,
Did he write it in the Notes app and then put it on his official Instagram or something? Or did he say it
I
out
don't
loud?
know.
That's the new hot thing, is to say something unforgivable or do something unforgivable and then write in your Notes app and then post a screenshot of that on your Instagram or Twitter.
Well, the thing is, it's like Novak. You know Novak Djokovic, the tennis player, and the whole big Australia
Sure.
thing?
Why not?
He wasn't vaccinated, said he was
Oh,
vaccinated.
I have
blah,
heard
blah,
about
blah,
this.
blah, blah.
Yes. Mhm.
Right, and then so he apologizes, but he doesn't apologize. It's like, and he's kind of like saying,
Like, I'm sorry your feelings were hurt.
No.
Like-
He's like saying, forgive me, my administrative team did this shit, right? So he's not apologizing. Somebody else made a mistake, so forgive me.
Yeah.
So
Tale as old as time.
yeah, I think that's how we do it now.
Although if I had administrators, I'd be blaming them for stuff.
I know. Oh, I do. Yeah. I do
What? Someone didn't clean the bathroom this week? My administrators. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that they fucked up. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you have to bleep
Yeah.
that?
No, I've already said, I think Seacock. I think it was.
I can.
That's a real
Seacock's
word.
a real thing.
So. And how about douchebag? I'm pretty sure that's.
No.
But that's a real thing,
That
too.
is the best thing that's ever happened. Like all of a sudden, like 3 years ago, the one whole thing about Trumpism and all that stuff, and
Oh,
all
we can
the
just say say things now.
Douchebag has come back into vogue.
Yeah.
It's a thing that you couldn't say douchebag for 20 years.
I
now,
first heard about it on South Park. That's the last time it was in vogue.
Well, being able to say douchebag was a thing that you couldn't do for quite a long time, and now you can. Like you can just everybody knows what a DB is. That guy's a real DB. And so, as we'll have a pop quiz, who's the douchebag of the week?
Dak Shepard.
Well, you're half right. So, Dak Prescott.
Yeah, that guy. That's what I said.
My administrative team
My
said it was okay for
Dak
the
Shepard.
refs. For people to throw shit at the refs. I don't know what my administrative team was talking about. I really wish they hadn't said that. So I apologize for them. Anyway, so we're going to make short work of the predictions this week, although they're very interesting. So I'm going to have to get my board back out here. I'm going to do just for those of you who don't know, Emma. So Emma, in the National Football League, there are two conferences.
Right.
The American Conference and the National Conference.
Okay.
So the NFC and the AFC. And I think there's 32 teams altogether. And then you get to the playoffs, and they start off with 14 teams.
Mm-hmm.
And then 2 of those teams don't have to play because they had the best records.
Okay.
Right? And then the other 12 teams, 6 play the other 6.
Mm-hmm.
So there's been one weekend of games that we predicted last week, and we went 5-1. 5-1 with a qualifying win. Stop yawning, goddammit.
It's my administrative team. It's kept me up all night last night. So tired.
So anyway, I went 5-1, and my one loss was a qualifying loss. So anyway, these are the 2 games. They're pretty interesting games, but I'm not going to go into them too much. You got the Titans, who had the best record. They were the number 1 seed and didn't have to play last week. And out of these 4 teams, they are the ones I feel least likely to win the Super Bowl because they're just they're the only team without a quarterback. Truthfully, I mean Ryan Tannehill is their quarterback. He's fine, but he's just fine. You know, that's all he really is. Every other team in the playoffs has a above average to great quarterback. So I'm going to say they're favored by 3.5 points over the Bengals, my Joe Burrow Bengals. Joe Burrow is the quarterback for the Bengals. He's a young guy.
The Bengals?
Bengals. Like
Bengals.
like a
Band.
tiger.
Oh.
No, not the Bengals. Oh,
I love the Bengals, though.
The Cincinnati Bengals. I like that. Maybe we should start. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, they're the Bengals against the Titans, and people are going to say the Titans' big, awesome running back is back, Derrick Henry, and so they're favored by 3.5 points. But I don't think they're going to win because I think what's going to happen is the Titans can't, no matter how, they just don't score points, right? And in a game, you know, playoff games, they're tight games. And you need to have somebody that you trust that's going to go down and win the game for you in the end. And so they might not lose today or next week. They're going to lose. They're not going to win the Super Bowl. They're not going to beat all these good quarterbacks.
But to defend the Titans, I think it's a low blow to like start erasing them.
I thought we couldn't say things like douchebag and Seacocks. Now you're talking about low blows.
Yeah, you've already half erased them. They haven't even played yet. I mean,
Yeah, I know.
That's kind of rude.
Yeah, see, that's the universe talking.
Yeah.
Just erase the Titans. I didn't do that on purpose. The universe is trying to erase the Titans. Right. It's a sign. It's a sign from God. So anyway, I think it's going to be a
God
close
is
game.
a part of this now.
I think the Bengals are going to beat them, and I'm going to call it 23-21. So I don't think they're going to get. This is the over/under, Emma.
Yeah.
So this is what Las Vegas says, because if people bet on football,
Right.
okay. So Las Vegas says that
Much
combined,
information is just.
I know, combined these 2 teams are going to score 47 points,
Okay.
and you can bet saying they're going to score more or less. So my score is less.
Okay.
So I'm going to say the under. I don't think I did very well.
Now,
on
is
the
this
over-under last week.
insider trading? Are we going to get arrested for
You
this?
can't bet now.
Okay.
No, you could
It's
not
too
go
late.
and make a bet now because you've listened to me talk.
That's what
Yeah.
it's illegal.
Uh-huh.
It's insider trading.
Yeah.
I learned that from the
once
Wall
you've-
Street movie.
Yeah, once you've been mansplained, you can't
Legally.
use that
Yeah,
information.
that's what I thought.
Yeah,
Careful to like and subscribe.
That's why I wait so long. You know, like
Yeah.
I do the video on
yeah.
the Saturday
Yeah.
when the games start.
It's like, don't watch this until you put your bed
Yeah,
in.
yeah. Because if I did it on
The
Tuesday,
FBI, they're gonna
Las
make
Vegas
a
would lose
Netflix
so much
documentary about
money.
you. Yep.
if I did this earlier in the week.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the big game of the week that everybody's really waiting for. There's two big games that everybody can't wait to see, are the Bills and the Chiefs. So the Chiefs won the Super Bowl 2 years ago. They got a great young quarterback, Pat Mahomes. The Bills are looking pretty good, and they got a great quarterback in Josh Allen. I'm not going to go on and on and on about this, but I think that other teams have forced Pat Mahomes to play a very patient game where he just throws quick passes, right? And they won't give him anything deep. And I think that he's, frustrated. And I just haven't noticed the Chiefs looking that great all year. They got a great record, but they haven't looked great, or they have a good record, but they haven't looked great. And I just feel like this is Josh Allen's time to shine. So I think they're going to force Pat Mahomes into a couple mistakes, and they're going to win because of that, because it's also going to be like 0 degrees in Buffalo this weekend.
Ugh.
And it's another night game, right? So I'm going to say the Bills. Oh, I picked the Bengals up here. So I'm going to say the Bills are going to win this game. And, I don't think it's going to be that close.
Okay.
Just saying. So I'm going to go with the Bills to win this game 31 to 21. And I don't think that I think the Chiefs are going to score points late to get to 21. So that means I'm going to go with the under here too. All right, so that's my pick. The Bills 31 to 21, the Bengals 23 to 21.
Now, why is somebody just subscribe to your channel when it looks like you just made up those numbers right this second? Like you put no time into it, no effort.
Oh no,
I
got.
It's like Fred Astaire. He makes it look easy.
31.
It's like, have you ever seen Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid?
Yeah.
Okay, so when they're down in Bolivia, and they're kind of trying to go straight, and they're working for that coal mine place or that miners, right? Yeah. And they're guarding the shipments or whatever, right? And they don't have the job yet, but they go to get the job, and so the guy Strother Martin or whoever says to Robert Redford, who plays the Sundance Kid, okay, well if you're gonna, you're the guy with the gun, shoot that can over there, right? And
Why are you looking at me for help? I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm trying to remember. So anyway, he goes to put his gun away, right, or something like that. And Sterling Martin says, "No, just shoot it." And Robert Redford's like, "No, I'm a little bit better when I move." He says, "Just shoot it." And so he just points and he tries to shoot. He doesn't get it, right? And then he says, "Let me have one more chance." He tries again. He doesn't get it, right? And then Robert Redford says, "Well, just let me try one more time because I'm better when I move." And so then he rolls on the ground, pulls up, bang, 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 and he shoots like 6 times and shoots the can down the road while he's moving.
Right.
That's.
Oh.
I'm better when I move. All right. So okay,
All right.
Well, proof will be in the pudding soon enough.
I'll tell you what the proof will be, is like the funny commentary from the side. Every time Emma pops up, it's gold. It's golden stuff that comes in. The administrative assistant shit comes up. You come in and like, hey, wait a second. You're erasing the board. I got to take the garbage you give me and work so hard.
I don't know if I would say this to the man who is in charge of the old cam and the fat cam.
Yeah.
So, Dad, you're doing a great job.
I'm getting a cam that's both old and fat.
No!
All right, so we got that on the record. Let's flip it over to the NFC. So we're going to do the Pack and the 49ers first. The Packers had the best record all of football, right? And so they had a bye last week. I'm just going to go off the last. They played San Francisco this year, right?
Okay.
and they beat San Francisco on a last-minute field goal. So San Francisco was up 28-27, and they scored to go up 28-27, and there was only 30 seconds left on the clock, right? And so they gave Aaron Rodgers, a great quarterback, 30 seconds to drive down the field and get in field goal range, which is not a lot of time, but he did it. And then his kicker kicked a field goal and they won. So you say in your mind, oh, well, San Francisco really kind of should have won that game, right? If they didn't blow it by letting them go down the field. But the truth is, in that game, the Packers were up by 20 points, took their foot off the gas, fell asleep, and then San Francisco caught them, right? So what I'm basing my theory on is that the Packers are just a much better team. They're going to go ahead by 20 points just like they did the first time, but they're not going to take their foot off the gas and go to sleep, and they're just going to go ahead and win this game by 33 points or something like that. So I think they're the better team, and they're playing in Green Bay again, where it's like super duper cold, and the 49ers quarterback, it's funny, he's not bad when he's behind, but when he's ahead, he gets scared. You know, he gets afraid of doing a stupid thing and losing the game.
It's hard to visualize because you're not telling me how hot these quarterbacks are.
Oh, Jimmy Garoppolo's pretty hot.
Okay.
I think he's way hot. Aaron Rodgers has these big, kind of goofy lizard eyes.
Ew, I
mean,
don't
you've probably seen him on
Steve
like
Buscemi lizard eyes.
on the you've seen him on the commercials, on the Progressive Insurance commercials.
He was on SNL too, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, so he's the guy. Have you seen the Jeopardy show on the Progressive commercials? Oh, do you get the Patrick rate or the Aaron rate?
I don't. I mean,
Holy
I
macaroni.
don't buy. I have subscriptions. I don't have commercials.
I have to watch it.
Not an animal.
I have to watch it on Hulu.
Yeah, Hulu. We have premium thanks to my roommate.
All right.
Speaking of my roommate's boyfriends are going to be very impressed with all of the information I'm learning today.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Anyway, so I think Garoppolo's probably hotter than Rodgers, but they might both be considered hot. Aaron Rodgers went out with Olivia.
Rodrigo?
No.
Munn?
Yeah. They
All
went out
right,
together.
she's hot.
Yeah, she's pretty hot,
Yeah.
right? So they went out together. So, do you want? Should I just pick
Now
this
this
on
is
hotness?
now this is
Because I'm going to pick this on
speaking my
hotness.
language
and I think
here.
I'm gonna go
I'm
with Jimmy,
very shallow.
Yeah, Jimmy Garoppolo.
Before it was just like a carousel and a circus going around and around in my head.
Okay,
but
so I'm gonna
stopped.
say-
I got off the carousel. I'm paying attention.
I'm going to say super hot gets 13 points.
All right.
Super hot is 13, and then Olivia Munn hot
Yep. That's also
is
pretty
going to
hot
get
though.
37.
All right. Oh, okay.
So Olivia Munn hot
She was in that show we hated, Dad.
37 to just super hot Jimmy. Super hot Jimmy.
Bones or whatever.
SHJ. Super hot Jimmy 13. So that is 50. So that's over. I'm going to over.
Now, are the bigger numbers better? Is it like golf?
No.
Okay, so the bigger numbers are better.
Just betting numbers.
These are
I don't
just
know what that
betting
means.
numbers. They're saying
I
it's
only
gonna-
saw Uncut Gems once. I don't really remember the
Yeah, I don't think
specifics of it.
Yeah, no, the size of the size doesn't matter, Emma.
Oh. I've heard that before. All right.
So anyway, we're going to go with the Olivia Munn hot 37, the Super Jimmy hot 13. So I think the
No one answered my question.
The Munn. Did I answer? No.
Is the big number better? What does that mean?
I don't even. Oh, if you score more than them. So if you have
37, that's such an arbitrary number. Why not 38?
Yeah, they're going to score 37 points.
Okay.
And they're going to score 13 points.
Okay.
And
okay.
that means they're going to win.
Yes.
The people with the bigger number win.
Okay. Oh, don't give me that tone. Golf? Golf?
I know.
Bowling?
No, I'm saying that I didn't.
Wait, no, bowling you have to score the bigger number too, right?
Yeah, bowling's a bigger number.
No,
one.
bowling is. Yes, you're right.
But golf, right? Okay.
Golf.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's one other sport where this happens.
Golf, regular golf, children's golf. Like
Yeah,
that.
All the
miniature golf.
Yeah.
There's like 5 different types of golf.
Yeah, but in this crazy sport, the higher
The higher the number, okay.
is better. So over here, so if you could, we're going to take the quiz.
Yep.
Who's going to do better with this number?
The Bengals.
Yes, you're right.
Yep.
So we've explained it.
I'm
We've-
catching up here.
We've explained it up pretty good. All right, and so now here's the last game of that we're looking at, and this is the only one I'll go into any in-depth talk.
What was the other?
25 minutes.
All right, so it won't be very much in-depth talk, but all of the numbers say you should bet the Buccaneers, right? Tom Brady is like 22-4 in
But
playoff
he's not
games.
22.
I know. So in game
like
in
80.
home playoff games, he's like 22-4, right? He's won 7 Super Bowls.
22 times
He
4.
he has just all the records. He won the Super Bowl last year. His team's 13-4 this year. If you actually look at specifics of this year, with the Brady's, when they played playoff teams this year, teams that made the playoffs, they were 5-1. When the Rams, with my boy Matt Stafford, who's their quarterback, not as cute as Jimmy Garoppolo or Aaron Rodgers,
All right.
or even maybe Tom Brady.
You know what?
He's probably the least
I actually have a
cute.
controversial thing to say.
Yeah.
I don't think Tom Brady's hot.
Yeah, he's
He
not.
looks like he should be named like Gronk or something.
He looks like his personality.
I've never heard him speak in a full
Yeah,
sentence.
he's got that real high voice. Like
I
now.
don't know.
Yeah.
I'll take your
Everybody
word for it.
says he's super inspiring, but I don't know how he is with that voice.
I think they're inspired by his wife is Giselle Bundchen.
Well, that could be.
That's pretty inspiring.
Giselle Bundchen actually said one of the best lines I've ever heard in sports.
She's smart.
She's a very good analyst.
Yeah.
So they lost a game one time, and she said, somebody asked her some question. He says, well, Tom can't throw the ball and catch it too. Because there were some big drops in that game that cost them the game. And she goes, well, Tommy can't throw the ball and catch it too.
She's a ride or die.
Yep. So anyway, all the numbers tell you that the Brady's, you should pick the Brady's, right? The only thing that tells you should pick the Rams is if you actually watch them play. So forget all the numbers and watch them on the screen.
Yep.
Then you would say, wow, I think we should be betting the Rams.
Interesting.
I mean, I don't think, like, they're 5-1 against playoff teams. They're 3-7 against playoff teams. The thing about the Rams is, like, when they look good, they look really good. And the Buccaneers have just looked like crap all year. They just look like they're in quicksand all year. They don't look like a Tom Brady team. They look like they're struggling all the time, right? So, you know, it doesn't, you know, even though the numbers say you should bet on Brady, just looking at the games, you'd bet on the Rams, I think. So I'm going to pick Brady.
That makes sense after what you just told me.
Just because he's Tom Brady. But I wouldn't be surprised, truthfully, if the Rams won like 40-10. You know, I wouldn't be
You're trying
surprised
to have
if
your
the
cake
Rams
and eat it
just
too.
kill him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kevin does
This
that
isn't
a lot.
fair.
Yeah. But I'm going to pick Brady because he's Brady. And Matt Stafford, you know the difference between Matt Stafford and Tom Brady is that Matt Stafford just plays like he doesn't really care. I mean, he plays hard, but it doesn't seem to matter
That's
to
how
him.
I play my whole life.
He's played for a losing team for 12, 13 years. They've been terrible teams, but he hasn't really seemed. I don't even know what it is. There's just
He's
something
like, I
about
make
him.
enough money, whatever.
No, I think he does care, but he, like, a 3 and out for him is okay. You know, like, he'll have one drive he looks like the best quarterback ever. The next drive he looks terrible. Next drive he looks great. Bad. It's just like so up and down.
Do you think any of the concussions might have anything to do with it?
Maybe. Yeah, that's what I think it is. But anyway, I'm not going to have my cake and eat it too. I'm sorry. I didn't say anything about the Rams.
It's too late.
Look, okay, I know. All right.
You're having
Anyway.
your cake, you're eating it too.
I'm going to go with the Bucks. I say Tom goes down. I say that the Rams jump out in front by about 14 points, and then they fall asleep a little bit, and the Buccaneers catch up to them around about 27 points, and I'll say that the Buccaneers will win 30-28 on a last-minute field goal.
Very specific. I like it.
Yeah, this is very specific numbers.
And that's the over. Yeah. All right, so those are my picks. I know we got to all this boring stuff with Emma. And,
Boring? What?
no, I mean, like, all the interesting part of the podcast. Hey, nobody's going to watch to the end anyway.
Yeah,
right?
we can
So
say whatever
don't
we
care.
want
We
now.
can say whatever we want. I can, like right now, I'm going to just say, I'm going to opposite my
The
facts.
Earth is flat.
It is. Just ask Kyrie Irving.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, like that's
Yeah.
Kyrie. I don't know.
All right.
All right, so we're good. That's the end of this.
Don't
episode
like and
2.
subscribe.
If you have any comments, put them in the comments. And
If you want a hat?
thanks, Emma, for everything. Hat,
Thank you for the lesson, for the mansplain.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I know things now.
Uh,
Bigger numbers, better.
oh, do you want to pick?
Pick one.
Do
Pick
you
what?
want to pick the games based on all the information I gave you?
What does that mean?
No,
I
so
mean,
got
you
30
could pick the
minutes.
games.
I don't know what that means.
I'm cutting you guys off.
Oh, no.
You could